On this week's THS exclusive special, we travel with Martha all the way to the United States, to Columbus, Ohio. After many failed attempts at finding another THS survivor, Martha has finally received a much-awaited call from her THS doctor. We were informed that a young girl by the name of Sabrina Graves is, much like Martha, struggling every day with the hardships of THS.
When I came home, my tiny hand was smaller than my eyes.
We were fortunate enough to sit down with Sabrina's parents to ask them a few questions about Sabrina's life growing up. Unfortunately, Sabrina's father was unaware of what type of language was permitted on the show and what wasn't.
No, you can't say that.
Oh, I can't.
You can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that. No, yeah, you can't say that. You can't say that.
But after several takes, we finally got through to him, with the help of Sabrina's mother.
He wanted a fake hand. I said no. I would rather her have a small hand that's hers and be proud of it than have a fake hand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, this is where we differ.
Actually, she wanted to, I was always thinking, you know what, she could play soccer, she could do, a lot of sports that have to do with the feet, hacky sack.
Yeah, she could.
The kid wants to bowl.
So we let her bowl.
And she's right-handed.
They made but the thing was...
Even the little light balls, they're still the same size, and the little fingers won't spread out. Yeah,
she has a special ball. We have a special ball. We did the special ball. Well, it is, but it's small. There's a small hole. It's a small little 3 holes, and it works. And she's actually on a league, and she's actually could be. She could be.
Yeah,
you need to have some encouragement for your daughter.
We sat down with Sabrina as well and asked her a few questions about her school life.
I go to this school and it's just not very good. All these people, they say something and then I'm like, talk to the hand, and they're like, you mean talk to the tiny weird hand? It's just very rude, and I don't know what to do.
When we arrived at the house of Sabrina Graves, we were warmly welcomed inside by her and the rest of her family. Sabrina and her family immediately made Martha and the rest of our crew feel right at home. Sabrina's siblings were also eager to share stories about what it's like living with a THS survivor, and how it affects not only Sabrina, but them as well.
Sabrina, it was really hard growing up with her tiny hand. As the oldest, I felt like I had to protect her the most, and it was really hard getting off the bus and people would yell, tiny hand, and I taught her how to fight.
Well, I remember when Mom and Dad first brought Sabrina home from the hospital, and she was so cute, and she had these little tiny hands and feet, and she was so small, and then her hand just never got any bigger.
Though all of Sabrina's brothers and sisters have been supportive of her during her THS-ridden life, they admit to it being difficult to deal with at times.
Now this bowling thing, I'm trying to go down there with my boys, have a few brews, get my bowl on, and there she is with that little, golf ball thing that Dad made, a little freaky little, what is this?
You know what? She's always been a free spirit. Tiny hand, humongous hand.
Those hospital bills were not free.
It's her passion. It's her passion.
I was sitting in my living room when it happened. The phone rang, I answered it. It was my doctor, and he actually told me that there was finally someone else like me. He said, Martha, there's someone in Columbus, Ohio that is exactly like you. And I said, are you being serious right now? And he said, yes, there is another tiny hand out there, Sabrina Graves. He gave me her address. We boarded a plane the very next day, and we were on our way to meet.
It was just amazing when I found out somebody else had this birth defect. It was just amazing because I know I wasn't, according to some people, the only weird one on the planet. It's just very exciting when she knocked on my door, and then I said hello, and she said, are you Sabrina Graves? I said, yes. She said, do you have a tiny hand? And I said, are you here to be mean to me? She said, no, I'm the one that's gonna get the man. And she held up her tiny hand, and I just gave her a hug, and I knew we were gonna be best friends.
I'm so thankful that Sabrina has this great family to help support her through her THS journey, you know, and thinking back on it, all I had was my alcoholic father, so, and it just really puts a smile on my face, and it hits hard, it hits home, you know.
On the way home from the States, Martha declined an interview due to overpowering emotions, but she did tell us that she feels just a little bit more normal, knowing that she's not the only one out there with THS.
Hey Sabrina, let me grab Daddy a beer. There, open it for me, please. Now use the other hand. You have to get used to it.
Yeah.
You're right-handed. Shit. Daddy's girl. Come
you
on.
know she can't. Please don't put her through this. You know
Oh
she
no,
can't.
you know what? Hell, look, she'll turn out fine.